you like to play?
I'm pretty sure it's just a click thing. Doesn't matter too much. We're playing Burly Men at Sea. The promise is that this is a very short game. And...
Something happened when I moved somewhere.
Maybe go to the right again.
Oh.
Okay.
We caught a bottle.
Message in a bottle.
Oh, what's this? Calls one of the fishermen. Some kind of rubbish in the nets.
It's treasure. Useless sea chart, grumbles the hasty one. Nothing on it but our own island. A map. Wait.
A map cast to sea without purpose? Must be more to it, argues the steady one.
The brave one brightens. A mystery! Aye! That's my brave voice, Mark.
Folks in the village may know something of it. We should head back. We have no idea who said that. It was just a big chorus, I guess.
Makes sense for the steady one to say it. I already forgot what my other voice was.
I don't remember. I don't know what either of my voices were.
I have a gruff voice, that's right. I think we're doing 3 to voice. Well, I guess I'm doing 2.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Which one do you think is the steady one, the brave one, and...
The surly one? I would guess it's 1, 2, 3, right? Surly, steady, brave. Okay. Can rattle that fish. Oh, like you do? Yes. Oh, going inside. Doing some flames.
Okay.
Baking some bread. Alright, I'm into bread. And bread is so good. Yeah. I'm really bad at baking bread, but I try a lot. It never gets any better.
Well, if it isn't the Brothers Beard, what can you do? What can I do for you fellas?
Steadybeard prepares to speak, but the question is intercepted by Hastybeard. Alright, he's hasty. Know anything about maps? We found one! I am no ordinary one! Exclaims Bravebeard. It's mysterious! The low-shaped woman continues working silent fury for a moment, then pauses to look up.
Mystery, is it? Afraid I'm not the imaginative type, boys. We're old friends, the ordinary and I, she concludes, returning to her work.
Mark, you're pretty good at baking bread, I think.
I very rarely make bread, but I think I often find success when I do make bread.
I think you're really good at following instructions, and... I don't know. I think I'm really bad at the, dough part. I just don't understand what I'm doing with it.
That's pretty important.
Yeah. You'll have to teach me your secrets sometime. Blacksmith.
I guess.
I love that.
It's really good.
This would be the type of game I would make if I made a game.
Wow, I really thought he wasn't wearing pants. What?
Nothing. I just love it. The sound effects.
Sound effects are good.
The man glances up at their approach, then returns to his work with a grunt.
Mind if we interrupt for a moment? Shouts Steadybeard. See, we caught something strange this morning, and we thought you might know something of it.
It's mysterious, adds Bravebeard.
You know, the more dialogue we get into, the more I feel like your voice is very appropriate for Bravebeard.
Sure. There's a brief pause as the man stops hammering. He grunts. They wait. It appears he has nothing further to add.
I know.
The men stand waiting, but there's no further.
Sorry.
Okay.
I do love the sound effect.
This is like my favorite game of all time right now.
Oh, I guess that's it.
Walk into the sea, boys!
Music's very good too so far.
This is a surprisingly good game so far. It's very much the kind of game I love to play. Alright.
Let's talk to this guy.
Sure. want to do young man voice? I feel like you're better at doing young voices.
Okay. A sea chart, eh? The young man shrugs. Can't say I know much about him with these landlocked legs of mine.
Good choice, Mark.
Old fella next door in the coffee shop might have some answers. Which next door do you think he's talking about?
I don't know. We didn't go in the barn, did we?
Nope.
Let's go in the barn.
I love this music. It's a chicken!
They're so good. Oh my goodness. Chicken. Oh,
That's
lay the
right.
egg. Get the egg. Rattle it. Yes, I knew that.
Oh my god, that's the best.
Oh. Brave Bear sidles over to the chewing cow. You wouldn't know anything about mysterious maps, would you, old gal? He pretends not to wait for an answer.
Okay. Does that mean he actually waits for an answer? Okay, I think
that
that's
might
it.
have been just a syntax error.
Whee!
Alright, coffee shop. Just that, apparently. There's no other houses on this pier. It's got books. That's good for a coffee shop.
I can't knock that one over.
Okay.
Kind of knocked out.
Some coffee man. It's our dad.
Y'all be wanting a drink and a sit by the fire, I expect.
The men cast a dubious glance at the tiny stools before complying with a shrug. Behind them proceeds a friendly whir of mechanical sounds.
So good.
I mean...
The old man soon approaches with a steaming tray. Single order espresso, roast it myself, he declares. They stare blankly. He sighs. Coffee. Relaxing. The men sip cautiously, eyes widened. Now, what you found? He chuckles at their stunned faces. Observation, that's all. Folks come in with questions, and yours is plain and rolled in your hand.
Teddybeard grins.
Aye, that's... you are the man we want to see.
He unrolls the parchment between them. All lean in.
The old man deliberates for a moment before speaking. Seems what you have here is a variety of map that brings about adventurous deeds and heroic feats.
It's got sea waves.
Yep.
Aye! Bravebeard leaps from his seat to pound Steadybeard on the back. But there's nothing on it, remarks Hastybeard flatly, eyeing the old man. It's been a while since Hastybeard spoke.
Yeah. The old man grins at his skeptical look. Aye, it's a worthwhile adventure that brings with the unknown. This map has tales yet to tell. Shimmy shimmy over here. Oh there! Oh, sorry.
Ho there! What sort of tales? Calls Bravebeard.
That depends, replies the old man.
Shuffle,
on
shuffle.
what sort you
Shuffle,
choose.
shuffle.
He crosses the room, disappearing through a doorway behind the counter. The room also disappeared?
Steadybeard coughs awkwardly.
Neat. Guess we'll be going then. Thanks for the suppresso? He tries. There's no answer. Yeah, the room's back.
Go. Brave adventures. Onward. Do 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 do.
No,
Oh.
go back.
Okay.
I'm choosing to believe, blonde is Bravebeard.
Oh, I thought we'd been Hastybeard. 'Cause he's the one in front.
Not always.
Well, I think whenever they, stop, the Steadybeard goes in the middle, probably.
Back to the ship, I guess?
Sure.
I love the music. easy in this game.
It's very good.
I don't know, there's birds.
That means there's a giant squid there.
Sea rats!
Remarks Hastybeard, squinting.
What do you reckon they're after?
Steadybeard frowns. I don't like it. Has the feel of mischief about it.
Mischief away! Grins Bravebeard, loosing the sails.
I feel like Bravebeard is actually Reckless Beard. Oh, shit!
There's a very thin line between bravery and reckless abandon, I guess.
It's dark inside the whale, but the men appear to be intact. A flickering ring of firelight cuts into the darkness before them. Whoa, there's ghosts!
3 sisters now, maybe.
Now we're over here.
They're very pale.
I think they're ghosts. I think it's a ghost fire.
Ah. I'm gonna talk to the ghosts.
Join us, friends. From whence do you come? Oh, apparently they're nymphs. Which one of us is this? We were sailing for adventure and heroic feats when this colossal whale fellow scooped us up, explained Steadybeard. It's really very discouraging.
A man can't properly have an adventure at sea indoors, adds Bravebeard.
Be calm, friend. Imagine the wave. Become the wave, advises the second nymph. The others exchange mellow glances, nodding in approval.
So this is not to distract too much, but this is something interesting about dialogue in these kind of games that don't have like spoken dialogue, is that originally they had to sort of come up with ways to convey like who was speaking and particularly like, so there's kind of two different ways. There's like beep speak, right? Where like old RPGs where they just like play a tone in time to sort of like the pacing of words.
Okay.
And then there's also like the little animation jiggle. This game does neither of those.
Yeah.
Or does really any sort of kind of grunt speak, which is more popular with these kind of things.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why it's really hard for us to tell what's going on, where if we saw like a little bit of jiggle or like beep speak or like grunt speak in different sort of tones, it'd be really helpful.
Yeah.
Can't say I follow the sentiment in that remark.
Comments Hastybeard.
But if you'll advise us how to hop off this vessel, we'll be on our way.
The great barnacled one brings us to a place we could not go ourselves. But those unwilling may depart through the fountain of the faithless, adds the nymph, gesturing sadly towards what appears to be a hatch.
And our ship? She can't fit through that.
Fear not. Once the great barnacled one reaches the place of promise, he will open wide the gate that may go out as they came in.
So either we escape with no ship, or wait for the creature to open his maw.
The nymphs nod grandly. Time flows quickly in contemplation of the Great One's splendor. He who chooses the path of waiting is welcome here by the fire.
I mean, not to say anything, but your complexion doesn't look super great for a...
Yeah...
Bravebeard's face shows alarm. I think we'd prefer to look around first.
The nymph begins to sway. But all is darkness beyond the circle of the Great One's love. You must seek the enlightenment of...
Found it!
Interrupts Hastybeard, grabbing a torch from the fire before them.
That's great. Hey!
So it was Hastybeard. It's his...
It's our ship.
Eye or butthole? Throat?
Hey, there's some boxes.
Ah. Vessels. Few barrels, left empty by the morning's interrupted work, now float free beside the boat. The men consider them in the torchlight.
If I were the puzzle-solving sort,
Observes Hastybeard.
I'd call that a solution.
Aye, they'll float, odds Steadybeard, but not so well as our ship.
Bravebeard scoffs. Oh, what are we, landsmen? Arms and legs float well enough. Sure, Bravebeard.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, moving on.
Go out.
Do you think we can interact with this Bud-Eye?
Sure.
Apparently.
Is that just the...
Throat door.
We're gonna say throat. Yeah, it's a throat. Tickle that uvula.
Hastybeard is fiery with excitement. Summon that fountain and let's be off.
Bravebeard grumbles eloquently from his veil.
I'm confused. Was there another way we could go?
No, just tickle that uvula.
Are you sure?
Probably.
I thought they were wanting us to go further to the right.
Yeah, I guess we can do that.
Nope.
Nope.
Alright.
Throat. Uvula hugs for everyone.
Oh wait, we lost our... Oh, okay, never mind.
Don't you feel like uvula is kind of like a word that, due to pop culture, everyone suddenly learned?
No.
You don't think like everyone didn't really know what it was called, and then like they made a big deal about what it was called, in like cartoons and stuff?
What cartoons did you watch that they made a big deal about the uvula?
They always like talk about, you know, the dangly thing in the back of your throat. That'd always be like a joke in like old cartoons.
I feel like it was always kind of a point of prominence in cartoons, but I don't know if I ever heard anyone say uvula in a cartoon.
Yeah, but it's like the joke was that they didn't know what it was called. Then everyone learned what it was called.
Maybe so. For barrels. That was such a good splash noise, oh my gosh. Alright, right or left?
Left. Right.
Oh my gosh.
This game is very cute.
Yeah.
I'm very happy we decided to play this game.
Me too.
Tiring, the barrel closed. Men settle back to drift with the current. I was like confused about what.
May as well see where this takes us.
I was confused about what the tense of tiring was to imply before the sentence was complete.
Oh.
I was like, oh, tiring.
Yeah. Observe Steadybeard bleakly.
Pluck, pluck.
That Hastybeard.
Time passes. Bravebeard begins to snore raucously from behind. Time passes.
I feel like this has been a linear game, but I feel like we've messed up.
I'm sure it's fine. Do 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 do. Ship ahead. Sorry, I didn't come up with the voice of that. I was confused about what I was doing.
Oh, we
The
weren't
shout
sure who was
wakens-
talking. The shout wakens Bravebeard, who eagerly overturns his barrel, resurfacing a moment later to cough out.
It begins!
That must be Bravebeard.
Oh, it's like death.
Oh.
What the devilry?
Exclaims Hastybeard. Do you want me to read the rest, or do you want me dead?
I guess I'll do it.
Okay. I guess you're kind of like being NPC.
The grim cloaked figure clears his throat as he approaches. Greetings. Please climb aboard for your complimentary trip to the afterlife. Ah, well, replies Steadybeard. Thank you, but we prefer the long way. There's a long silence. The figure is mashed, but the men feel distinctly that he is sulking. At last he heaves a desolate sigh. Ah, you do not willingly forfeit your souls, he pleads. It is quite painless, and I would at last be promoted from this apprentice-issue rowboat.
Another silence follows.
Then, he continues despairingly, there must be a race.
At this, Hastybeard's face cheers significantly. That's you.
Maybe you would be so kind as to lose? No, of course not.
He sighs again, deeply.
We race through the cliffs of
He
despair.
explains mournfully.
If the three of you pass me at any point, I lose. If I take the lead, however unlikely, I don't lose.
Meaning you win.
I had not thought of it that way, but I suppose that would be the case. Yes.
Without waiting to confer, Hastybird sets off, paddling furiously.
We won!
Hooray! Good job, Mark. You defeated Death's apprentice. Or not?
Well, we all passed him. So.
Okay.
Really very sorry for scuttling your promotion and all that.
Offers Steadybeard.
It's
It's not so bad.
tries Greybeard.
You've a boat and that nice scary mask.
I do have a nice mask.
Sniffs the muffled voice.
Great. Well, goodbye.
Calls Hastybeard, paddling away. The others join him.
Splish, splish.
What a random part.
Huh.
To the right.
It's a mountain. Do, do, do.
Oh no, the sun's setting.
Oh no. What will become of our intrepid adventurers?
After a time, the men begin to notice something strange about the setting sun. Its course seems to be drifting gradually left.
Never seen the sun move like that, Bravebeard muses aloud. What's it up to?
What are you up to, eh?
Steadybeard looks worried. I've got a feeling it's more serious than a wayward sun. Did you note the wind? It can't seem to make up its mind.
Aye, far worse.
Realizes Hastybeard.
It's a current we're caught in.
And
And a vicious one by my reckoning, adds Steadybeard, his voice growing more tense. We're drifting in a circle, and faster by the minute.
Bravebeard's shout names their fears. Maelstrom! I don't know how to pronounce that word. Maelstrom?
Maelstrom! From high above, the water's accelerating swirl is unmistakable.
That's when all your bills and ads suddenly arrive and you're like, I don't want to deal with paper mail anymore.
That's right.
Digital era, even though I don't like checking my email either.
Right. The men pedal furiously, but the widening vortex is inescapable. They are carried deeper, thrown against the rising wall of water.
There's really, like, continuously fewer forms of communication, I feel like, are...
Whoa! Is there a puzzle?
It looks like a puzzle. I think you want to... Do you want to bring them down? Or do you want them to stop going down? It seems like if you don't keep them in line, they just go back up again. We just wait?
And if I wait, they go all the way to the bottom, right?
Yeah. We want that or not? Maybe you need to get them to the very bottom of the screen? Okay. Boom, boom. Don't you feel like there's like kind of like ads have completely destroyed our ability to communicate in any way without like actually confirming like whether or not someone's real or not? Like I don't even answer my phone unless I know the number anymore.
It's pretty bad.
The maelstrom widens, whirling faster as it swallows the barrels and drags the men from them into the deepening darkness. Aha! So yeah, we were just talking about how, like, good it is to do, like, have a good stylized art when you either don't, like, technologically or, like, time or whatever skill-wise have the capacity to do others. And, like, it's so good. This does such a good job at capturing the, like, overall tone and guess creating kind of a unique feel for the game.
Yeah.
Well met, bearded travelers!
Thanks, the voice is deep, musical.
It's actually less deep than my normal voice.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It still works. Interesting.
Wow. Hello, stammers
Bravebeard awed. The absurdity of underwater speech only adds to the wonder apparent on his face.
You've seen much this day.
She continued smiling. The men nod, unnecessarily.
Yet you have not seen all.
She peers at each of them.
Other paths lie untrodden behind you. If it is in your heart to seek these paths, another day awaits. Hastybeard clears his throat nervously.
Pardon my interruption, ma'am, but we've no longer any vessel which wishes to seek them. Lost at sea she was.
The silvery laugh ripples the water around them.
Can you describe my voice as silvery? You have travelled far without her, have you not? But do not be troubled. That which is lost may not be found.
May yet be found.
May yet be found. May we meet again at the end of another path.
Inclining her glimmering head in farewell, the creature slips silently away into darkness. Okie dokie.
In the quiet that follows, the men find themselves still singing.
It's bad.
I mean, at some point you get gone so far down, you might as well keep going, right? That's my philosophy for life.
Hey, we reached the bottom. There's crabs! I want to click on the
Gotta
crabs.
click those crabs, Mark. It's very important. Yes.
Perfect.
Beep. Touch that. Oh. That's alright. Their walk cycle was very fun. Excuse me. Sea monster voice takes a lot out of me, I have to say.
Well, we probably won't need it again, at least for a while. And it's the sun
Hooray.
again.
That's right. Before you go up, you gotta go down.
It's a song like that, right?
Sure. What goes up must come down?
I don't know, man.
That's not exactly the same. That's kind of the opposite, isn't it? There's nowhere to go but up. That's right. Tweak. Birds. Puffins.
Oh my gosh, they're so
They're
cute.
very cute.
Puffins are like already cute. In this game, like, makes very cute puffins.
Touch all the puffins, Mark. Alright, good job. Maybe touch them in different sequences? They're probably not the puzzle.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Here's a rock.
It'd be something if this game suddenly, like, pulled out Mensa level puzzles on us. Mensa. I don't know if Mensa level is a thing. Mensa's an organization.
Okay. I feel like this is very, what's that Ghibli movie with the moose monster?
Moose monster?
Deer monster?
Princess Mononoke?
Yeah, this is very Princess Mononoke to me.
Sure.
Just this island, not the rest of the game.
Okay. It's
Hey,
a coffee
back
shop.
to the coffee
man.
shop.
We're back where we came from.
Oh, you find your way to that door eventually. The old man greets them.
As you said.
The familiar has a way of making itself new when you look at it sideways. Never seen that part of the island before, I bet.
The men shake their heads.
Still have the map?
He questions. Steadybeard nods, silently passing it to him.
Ah.
You're really bad at navigating.
I see you managed to find those adventurous deeds. And did you meet her?
Aye! Bravebeard is first of the bells to speak. Magnificent she was! Like the shorn of old age. I'm sorry, whoever has that language. But she told us we've more to see.
Aye, it'll be there when you're ready for another go. The old man gestures to the books. Those shelves are full of tales like yours, and all the past left untrod. There's a twinkle in his eye. I even contributed a few in my time. You see.
He continues.
What's left unwritten in one story can fill others if you've the inclination to sail again. Have another look at that shelf. Burly Men at Sea, Steadybeard reads aloud. Not a bad title, that. But what's all this numerical business on the spine? Numerical. And how did...
He gives him a sly look.
That's another mystery, if you've the curiosity for it. One last thing, continued the old man. I don't mind telling you now that I was the one who sent your bottle to sea. I have another to be tossed out for the next curious soul. Will you do the honor?
Yeah.
Fist bump!
Oh.
That was great.
That was a real pleasure. It was mostly story time, but story time's always good.
And, like, the animations and sound are just so phenomenal. Good job, plead sound.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of game that I really think, like, shows where games are, like, good for narratives. Because, like, you could just watch a cartoon like that, but I feel like the little bit of exploration they have you do, like, involves you so much more in the storyline.
Yeah.
I know, like, some people have a problem with games that don't do gameplay, but, like, that's why they exist. That was great. We will see you...
Is this it?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's it. Had to come back and see this guy.
Ching, 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 ching,
They can't be sure, but this grunt sounds pleased at the brother's safe return.
ching, ching,
Perfect.
ching.
Sure glad to see you boys back in town.
The woman greets them, grinning.
It's such an awful voice. Knew you wouldn't be away long when your boat showed up without you.
She turns back to her work.
We tidied her up a bit, the smith and I think you'll find her seaworthy if you've any further mysteries on hand.
Bucket. She's making a very odd array of breads there.
Yeah, loves baguettes and pretzels. Alright. No more dialogue with Cal. Man, I lost my voice for this guy.
It was like a weird, sultry young man.
The old fella tells me you found what you were looking for.
He
Was
said,
it that?
close enough. Lowering his foot for the moment.
Bet it'd make a good song. Something like that.
Something like that.
Alright. I mean, I think we're just replaying it.
I guess
I
so.
mean, I guess there's new dialogue option.
I guess let's go ahead and give a goodbye right now.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, yeah. just like go back to village anytime?
Oh,
Okay. Bye!
bye-bye.